really build a $10,000 a month business in the time it takes you to watch this video? Well, I've spent the last 10 plus years coaching business owners and entrepreneurs exactly how to do that. And I've also built several companies myself to that $10,000 a month and beyond range. And what I've discovered is that there is a simple and effective 3-step strategy that you can use in any business as long as you sell a product or a service to people, well, I guess to dogs or pets or something like that as well. You can use it to create an amazing business for yourself. And I'm going to do exactly that on this video. I'm going to show you in real time so that you can follow along and copy this strategy exactly. Let's have some fun and let's build a 10K per month business right here at my computer. I told you there are 3 steps to building a 10K per month business. Step number 1 is identifying your target market, the people that you are selling your product or service to. Now, as I told you, this will work for any business where you're selling any product or service to people. So the first question you got to answer is, who are those people? And for this example, I'm going to use a real estate agent business, but you can plug in your business or any business that you want to do into this example. It'll work the exact same way. So whatever business you're in, whatever service or product you're selling, just plug that right in here, and I promise you it'll work just fine. Once you've identified the people that you are selling your product or service to, the second step is you got to get a list of people and you have to put them into a CRM, which is a customer relationship management system. The reason that is important will be evident to you as we go and we build out the business. So the CRM that I use is called Go High Level. It is absolutely unbelievable because you could do everything from build out all these complicated or simple campaigns to building websites and funnels. You can add AI employees and all kinds of things like that. So I'm going to show you how to build this in Go High Level. And if you want a 14-day free trial to the software so you can test it out for yourself, see how it works, I got a link for you down below. So let's go ahead and let's get started using AI to build this 10K per month business. So we're going to go into ChatGPT and we are going to give it this prompt right here. You can copy this and let's write this out. So pretend I am a real estate agent. You are my business coach. Build me a multi-channel follow-up sequence, including calls, emails, and texts to put into my CRM for people I meet at an open house. Again, plug in your business here, plug in wherever you meet people. If you don't know how to meet people or make a list, I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second as well. Okay, make the sequence specific so I can use merge fields, but generic enough so that it can be automated, because we're going to talk about automation in just a second. Include a specific lead magnet. What I mean by that is that anytime you're following up with someone, anytime you meet someone, what you want to do is you want to offer them value immediately. When you offer them value, you give them something that they can use, they automatically have a law of reciprocity. They want to help you, they want to work with you, and it creates a really good connection. Where a lot of people make a mistake is they meet someone and they immediately ask them to buy. You're skipping the steps of attracting some interest, getting their attention and delivering some value. So you got to have something that you give them. That's why you want to include a specific lead magnet that will best capture their attention. Make the messages and hooks compelling. I really can't spell. And differentiated from other real estate agents. I want something unique, right? I don't just want to be a commodity. Use a fun but professional tone. Okay, if you want to add anything to this prompt, you certainly can. You can put in anything else you want that makes sense for you. And let's see what ChatGPT comes up with. All right, so here's a high converting multi-channel follow-up sequence designed to nurture and convert open house leads. Again, if you want to put anything else in there. So I own a local dry cleaners, or I own a local restaurant, and I'm trying to nurture and convert people that walk by my restaurant or people in the community. It doesn't matter. Put in whatever you want. I'm a divorce attorney and I'm trying to convert people, leads that I get from the divorce filings at the courthouse, whatever. Okay. This sequence will feel personal, engaging, and valuable while being automated in your CRM using merge fields. Another great one is I'm an online coach. I have a product, a course to sell. Plug that right in. This will give you some great stuff. Okay, lead magnet. So if you notice, it gave me a lead magnet right away. Exclusive home buyer's guide, the 7 insider secrets to getting the best deal on your next home. Awesome. I love that lead magnet. Okay, instead of the usual let me know if you have any questions approach, this lead magnet provides immediate value and compelling reason for them to stay engaged. Now, what this has done for me is it has created a complete follow-up sequence that's multi-channel. So day 1, you're going to send them an email and a text message and a phone call. Okay, day 2, you're going to send them a text message. Day 4, educational email. Day 6, call them again. Day 8, text message. Day 12, email. Day 15, call them again. 18, text message. Day 21, final follow-up and email. And then it's going to tell you what to do afterwards. So it's a 21-day sequence. Now, what you can do is you can adjust this however you want. So if you feel more comfortable with something shorter, something longer, start with less, add more to your sequence later. That's all fine and good. But what I want you to understand is that if you had to do this manually, you would never do it, right? Let's face it, you're not going to do this. And statistics show that people actually buy on the 5th through the 10th follow-up or more. So if you're relying on yourself to do this, it's never going to happen. That's why this is so awesome. Okay, so now that you have the sequence using AI, what are we going to do with it? All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to log into my Go High Level account. Again, whatever CRM you use is totally fine. If you want that 14-day free trial, check out the link down below and you can build this with me as we go. So I'm going to go into High Level. I'm going to go to automation, which makes this super easy. And we're going to go to workflows. Now, here are all my workflows. We're going to start a new one. So we're going to go to create a workflow, and we're just going to start from scratch. Now, the way this works, again, super simple here in Go High Level, is you can create these automated workflows, which include phone calls, text messages, voicemails, all kinds of cool stuff. And so we're going to create this right here. So we're going to first name this, and we're going to call it our open house follow-up. Okay? And there we go. All right. Now, I'm not going to go through like settings and all this kind of stuff. If you want to see what else you could do with Go High Level, we could definitely talk about that. But the purpose of this is to really show you how to create this multi-campaign. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do, and what every campaign starts with in Go High Level, is a trigger. And a trigger is just how do people get into this campaign? And the easiest way to get them into this campaign is just to say that a contact is created. So if you're a realtor, you're going to sit in open house, and then you're going to put all these people on a spreadsheet and import them into Go High Level, or just put them in one by one. Doesn't matter. Contact created, and then we're going to say that they're going to be tagged, because you want to tag people, and they're going to be tagged with open house. Now, I don't have an open house tag, so I'm just going to add a new one. There we go. And now I always name them so that I know what it is. Contact created with open house tag. Okay, so boom. So I create a contact here, and they have an open house tag. So they're going to go into this workflow. And now all I'm going to do is I'm going to build out this workflow from what ChatGPT told me. Now, again, as I mentioned, you can customize this any way you want for your business and all that good stuff. So, okay, day zero is immediate follow-up, same day. Right? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to Go High Level. We're going to add an item, and it's going to be an email. Okay? So we're going to send an email to this person, and you can do the from and the subject line and all. I mean, and the name in the email and all that kind of stuff. And then here's our subject line. So we're literally just going to copy this. And the cool thing, subject. Now, the cool thing about what Go High Level can do is it can do merge fields. What merge fields are is you can actually put in the information that you have on that prospect. So when I upload these contacts, what I'm going to do is I'm also going to have a custom field that I create that's called open house, where I met them, right? And then that's going to go right here. So when they get this email, it's going to say, great meeting you at 123 Jones Street. That way they see that it's a customized email, which is really cool. You can also create templates and do it that way, but we're just going to make it super simple. We're going to come down here, and then we're going to type our message. So I'm literally just going to grab my message here from ChatGPT, from my AI, making it super simple, and I'm going to copy it here. Now I can format it. So same thing with first name. You could do that as a merge field. The way you do that is click on custom values, contact, and then first name. Okay, so hey, first name, so it's going to send this to the person. I'm going to format it the way I want it. It was great meeting you today at, and then same thing, merge field. I wanted to personally follow up, send you something I think you'll find really valuable. And then here's my lead magnet, okay? Hey, thanks for tuning into this video. All right, so if you're watching this and you're thinking, man, this would be awesome if I had all of these systems and automations built out for me in Go High Level and ChatGPT and all this kind of stuff, but you're thinking, I have no idea how I'm gonna get this done on my own. I have a solution for you. So my company, All Star VAs, can staff a cost-effective virtual assistant and system for you. Someone that knows how to use Go High Level, someone that knows how to use AI, someone that can install all of this for you starting at only $4 an hour. And the best part is our results guarantee means that if you're not 100% satisfied, you don't pay for our services. There's a link down below. Book that link. Schedule a demo call with our team so we can show you exactly how it would work for your business and how we can install that system for you. Or you can do it all by yourself. It's totally your call. Now back to the video. Here where it says, here's your copy. What you're going to do is you're also going to have ChatGPT create your lead magnet. So you can actually come down here to ChatGPT. And you could say, hey, I need the lead magnet. So if you come all the way down, all you have to ask ChatGPT is, can you create the lead magnet? Okay. And then it's going to do the lead magnet for you right here. So here's your lead magnet, the 7 insider secrets to getting the best deal on your next home. And then you can obviously customize this. You want to make it really good for yourself and for your business. And then you're going to create a PDF of this. You can host that PDF in Google Drive or wherever you want. And then when you come back here to Go High Level, or again, whatever CRM you're using, you're just going to put that link right in here. Okay. And then you're going to create this email. You're going to put your signature and all that kind of stuff. Okay. You can test it out. And then you're going to save this action. Okay. So now we have email, and you can label it email number 1, save action. Okay. Now we're going to go back to our multi-channel campaign. And so immediate follow-up, we're sending the email, and we're also sending this text message 1 hour after the open house. So here's how you do that in Go High Level. It's actually super simple. You're going to create a wait. So now we want to wait an hour. So we're just going to say wait, and we're going to put a wait, time delay, 1 hour, save action. So the system's going to wait an hour. Then we're going to keep going. After that, there's going to be a text message. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do this, and we're going to say text message. Pick an option. It's called SMS. So send SMS, and then we're going to take this, we're going to copy it, we're going to throw it right in here. Now we're going to add the merge fields in here, which you can easily do as I showed you. And then we're going to save this action. Okay. And this is going to be called SMS number 1. Okay. Boom. So now we have an email. We're going to wait an hour. We're going to send a text. Now, you don't have to wait an hour. Whatever you like, you can do any way you want, okay? Then next, oh, and I'm sorry, I copied the wrong thing. You see, I copied the call script, not the text. So let's go ahead and update that. You see, I'm going to show you how easy it is to just make updates. Boom, there's the actual script of that. Okay, so now we're going to call them, okay? And so the way we're going to do that is in an hour after, as soon as you send the SMS, we're going to say call. And in Go High Level, what's going to happen is if I put manual action to call, okay, what's going to happen is it's going to add a call to my to-dos automatically. So after I save this, which let me save it before I accidentally delete it, when I go to my tasks and my actions that I need to perform in my CRM, that call is going to show up there. So I don't have to think about it. You know, let's say I meet 50 people at the open house. When I put that spreadsheet in, all 50 of them are going to get this email. We're going to wait. Then they're going to get hit with a text message, and then I'm going to get an action to call them. Okay, so that is all of my day 1 stuff. Okay, day 2, text message follow-up. So now what I'm going to put here is I'm going to put wait again. Okay, and we're going to wait 24 hours. Now again, you can, I'm sorry, we're just going to wait a day. You could do this at whatever interval you want. You could say 12 hours, 18 hours, whatever you want. We're going to save that action. Now, the idea is, let's say if you're a realtor and you have an open house, you're going to put all these people in that same night. And so maybe you want to call them the next morning. okay? And, instead of, or I'm sorry, you want to call them that same day, an hour later, but maybe for the next sequence, you want that to fire in the morning. So then maybe you'll put 12 hours here, whatever you want to do. Now, day 2, you're going to send them a text message again, okay? So here's the text message. You're going to put in, boom, SMS again, and there's your text message. Save. Now, again, customize, merge fields, all that kind of stuff, okay? That's day 2. Now, day 4, okay, so in this follow-up, it says to do something on day 2 and then not do anything for 2 days, okay? I would disagree with that personally. So having been a real estate broker, I will tell you that, I think you should be following up every day, maybe multiple times. However, that's where your own personal expertise comes in. So whatever business you're in, I don't want you to just blindly take this AI stuff, put it in your CRM and just have at it. I want you to really think about, customize it for your specific business. So if this were me and I was creating this for an open house sequence, what I would do is I would probably, so you're texting the next morning, I would call them again, right? Okay, so the other thing that this system can do, which is totally awesome, and I forgot to even show you, is that it can actually drop a voicemail into their system or into their phone if they don't answer the call. And so that's super helpful because you don't have to keep repeating your voicemails, right? I mean, think about how much time that would save you, right? So what happens here, the way you would create that is after your manual call, you would go in and you would create what's called the if-else condition, right? And so if they don't answer, which is what you want to do here. So if they don't answer, and the way you would do that is you would go here to, boom, 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 where are we? Cold call result, okay? Cold call result is, and then no answer, right? So if there's a no answer, we're going to save this action. And so what will happen is if it's no answer, then here, and this will have to move over. So let's move this now because I put it in the wrong place. We're going to move that there. If there's no answer, then what you're going to do is you are going to drop a voicemail. You can upload a file, so you can create whatever you want to say there. Hey, this is Danny. I met you at the open house. Just trying you to chat, or I just emailed you a lead magnet, or whatever you want to say. We're going to save that action. Attachment is missing. So, okay, so it does look like you have to upload a file, okay? But for our intents and purposes, I'm just going to show you what happens. You'd add your voicemail here, and then after that, they would come back over here anyway, right? So you would then go up to here in your action, and from there you're going to go on. So now you're going to wait a day, you're going to send them another SMS, and then basically you're going to go from here. So as I said, they're waiting an extra day. I wouldn't do that. I would just keep going, and that's where your own expertise comes in, and I would keep building this out. So once you do that, basically, I'm not going to show you every step because that would take us a long time, but you get the idea. In your CRM, you're going to build out all of these steps, okay, in your email and in your sequence, which includes calls, voicemails, texts, and all that kind of stuff. And then when you get to the end, okay, this is super important. So when you get to the end, here's what it says, which I agree with. If they don't respond after 21 days, move them into a long-term nurture campaign. Monthly emails, that's way too long. Property alerts and occasional check-ins, okay? If they show interest, switch them to a more tailored follow-up sequence based on their timeline. So let me talk about that real quick. So at that point, after that 21-day sequence, if they don't respond, if they don't answer, however long your sequence is, what you want to do is you want to move them into just a standard follow-up campaign. So we call that the newsletter tag. So when you move through our sequence, if you're doing something with us, for example, you will get a sequence, then you'll get moved into a newsletter campaign, which we send out usually 2 to 3 times a week. We're sending something to our database to nurture them. Now you could segment that. You could have, if you're a real estate agent, for example, buyers, sellers, you could segment your newsletter. You could send specific messages to each just to follow up with them. But that way they're in your list after that follow-up. Now, if they respond during the follow-up, then you can automatically take them out of the sequence because now you're speaking to them. And the goal, of course, is to set an appointment with them. If you're selling a digital product or a course, this applies just the same. You would send them to a link to buy your digital product or course. If you're booking appointments, for example, let's say you're a lawyer, you want to book consultations, you would just have that link in your sequence so that your potential customers can book that appointment directly from there. So what this does is this is going to create a compounding effect, right? So if I'm, again, a real estate agent is that example. I meet 10 people in open house. I put them into my open house follow-up. Let's say I have you can recreate this sequence for people you meet anywhere. So let's say you also have another sequence for door knocking. So when you meet 50 people at door knocking, you're going to put them in that sequence. It's going to compound. If you do that every single day, pretty soon your list is going to build and build. And then on the back end of that, you're going to have the result that you want. So in this case, it's going to be buyer and seller appointments. If you're selling a course or you're selling a product, it's going to be sales or book calls or whatever it is that you are doing there. Because as you put more people through this list, and then it's compounding, they're automatically getting that sequence. You're going to see those results. Now, the other question that I wanted to ask ChatGPT here, which is very important, and this is going to take us back to step number 1. And this is a question that you might be asking is, and we're going to type this in together. Okay, so here's what I'm going to type into ChatGPT. If I want to make 10K per month from my business, assume my average sales price is $750K and my average commission is 3%. How many people do I need to put into my CRM sequence? This is going to tell me exactly how many people I need to meet in order to hit my 10K per month goal. So I put this in already. I forgot to share the screen, so I had to go back in and do it. But here we go. Let's break it down. Your commission per sale. So it's telling me, and again, put in your own business here. So whatever product or service you sell, put that in here, and it's going to give you all the numbers you need. So your commission per sale is 22.5. How many sales do we need to hit 10K per month? You could put any goal there you want. You want to make $1 million a year? Just put that in. Okay. 120,000 per year is the goal. So I need 5.33 sales. Now, can't make 3.33 sales, so we'll just call it 6, but about 1 sale every 2.5 months or so. Okay. Lead conversion rate assumptions. It's going to give me that too. Typical real estate lead conversion rate varies, but let's assume 5% conversion from warm leads, people who visit an open house, 1% for cold or online leads. How many leads do you need? For the 5% conversion, you're going to need 107 leads for the whole year. If 1% convert, then you're going to need 533 leads or 45 per month. So here's the action plan. If your CRM sequence targets high quality leads, which we did, open house visitors, right? Referrals, serious buyers. And by the way, these are all sequences you can create. You can create a sequence for referrals, one for buyers, one for sellers, one for open house, one for door knocking, whatever lead generation method you do. You want to add 9 to 10 solid leads per month. Now, look, I will tell you from my experience, 5% conversion on open house leads. So you meet 100 people, 5 of them will buy from you. That's probably pretty high. 1% is probably pretty low. You know, we used to use somewhere between, let's say 3%, something like that. Let's use the lower. Let's be super conservative. Okay. We'll use 1%. So if it's 1%, you need 40 to 50 people per month. Okay. In your database in order to convert them using this amazing strategy to make this happen. Now, ChatGPT also asked me, would you like help refining your lead generation strategies to hit your numbers faster? You can say yes. It's going to give you some even more pointers, but let's say no for now. 40 to 50 people per month. So let's talk about that for a second. If I want to meet 40 to 50 people per month from my open houses, I mean, guys, that's pretty simple as a real estate agent, right? Just schedule some open houses, go out, sit the open houses. People are going to come to you, put them in your database, let the action plan work for you. Now, I told you that I would actually explain step 1, which is, how to find the people. If you're a real estate agent, that's pretty easy. But whatever industry you're in, I just want you to think about where are these people located? So, again, I've used a bunch of examples earlier. If you're a online course a coach or a consultant, right? You got to think about, this list. Where can I find a list of people? Where is my target market? Where do they hang out? And then just reverse engineer how to get in front of those people. If you're a doctor, how do I find people in my community that may want to use my services, or a dentist or a CPA or whatever it is that you do. And I can make a whole other video about finding people to put into your list to add to your CRM. But step 1 is finding those people, creating a list. Okay. Step 2 we've done, which is create this follow-up sequence that you can put people in that will allow it to automatically follow up with them and create this pipeline of business for you. And that leads me to step 3. You might be wondering, okay, what else is there? Now, step 3 is how you're going to actually effectuate this and make this on autopilot. And here's my answer for you. If you leave this to yourself, you probably won't do it. So here's what will happen. We're going to go back to our real estate agent example. You're going to start booking. Let's say you want to use my open house strategy. You're going to start using that. You're going to put it in. You're going to start sitting open houses. You're going to start plugging people into the system. Then some of those people are going to want to buy a house. Well, what's going to happen? You're going to have to start doing fulfillment and servicing. You're going to have to go out, show these people property. Then you're going to have to write them an offer, get under contract, and doing all that other stuff. What's going to happen then? You're going to stop sitting open houses, or you're going to sit open houses, but you're going to forget to put people into your system. So what you want to do as step number 3 is you want to automate this entire process and get it out of your hands so that you are not the bottleneck. You want to add leverage into your business and create that leverage so that it's not dependent upon you. The best way to do that, and the most cost efficient way to do that, is to hire a virtual marketing assistant to make that happen for you. So I have an amazing virtual marketing assistant on my team. Her name is Amelia. And when I need to build these things, I just ask her, hey, Amelia, can you build me a new campaign? And then generate the lists and then put them into my system so that it's out of my hands. So that every day when I wake up, there's a new list of people. I also have inside salespeople to call those people. You don't need to add that yet. I would first add that number 1 virtual assistant that can help you not only create these systems, but then automate them to get them out of your hands. Now, how do you do that? Well, we have a company called All Star VAs that can help you. The link is down below where you can book a call and talk to one of our consultants on our team members that can dive into your business, help you hire an amazing virtual assistant. Starting as low as $4 an hour, you can create this awesome leverage for yourself. Now, if you're thinking, hey, I'm starting at 0, no problem. Build it initially yourself, start feeding people into it. But then when you start to get busy, get out ahead of it, hire some leverage so that that person can actually do it for you. All right. So look, what do you think? Did we succeed in our mission of creating a 10K per month business using AI in just the short amount of time that you invested in watching this video? I hope you understand that we did. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think. And if you want to know more about how to create absolute leverage and systems and build an amazing business in just 30 days, then check out this video right over here where I break it down week by week even more.